Assalamu alaikum, Sai.
Walaikum salam. Welcome,
We
sir.
are
Welcome.
highly grateful that you have given us time for recording this interview. This interview is for the purposes of compiling the history of Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Institute of Science and Technology. As you have been very, uh, very much in contact and personal relationship with Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, we will like to record your views because you must have discussed the overall country situation and the respective higher education and technological education in Pakistan at that particular time. And what were the views of Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto?
Sir, before anything else, I must thank you for having taken the trouble of coming for an interview. You are welcome. Now, since you are asking me the personal contact with Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, I must therefore take you to the point where I first met him. You know, he was a barrister and was practicing in Karachi. In those days, there was a matter which I had filed in High Court of Sindh. That matter related to a poor man of Karachi who was father-in-law of a friend of mine who was also in government service in Larkana. He had trouble with his in-laws. So, you know, in those days, people used to go for false, untrue complaints. And he was a friend of mine. His name was Amir Hussain Jatoi. He requested me to file a case against his in-laws so that they behave with him. So I did it, and in the court of resident magistrate Larkana, he issued warrants. Those warrants were issued against his father-in-law in Karachi. When they came to know that there were warrants, they knew that they may be arrested. So poor man was perhaps, he got that advice from somebody in Karachi that new barrister, Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, helps the poor people, and this man who has brought in the application against you is also from Larkana. So he went to Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto at that time in his office and told him all about the matter. He knew at that time the mentality of our people who would not hesitate bringing in false allegations against anyone. So Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Sahab met him, the poor man, and told him that, well, I am not going to charge you. You are a poor man, but I won't go to Larkana. I have an idea that the case may be transferred to Karachi, and that man either will be discouraged to pursue or you will get the relief. So he filed the wakalatnama on his behalf. I got notice. I went to Karachi. At that time, Karachi was not High Court of Karachi, but it was batch of uh, at that time one unit was there,
Yeah.
and in one unit this was also was not independent high court. But senior judge was appointed as Mohammad Bachal Memon was a senior judge. We appeared before him. I first saw him in the court. Argues transfer. He argued against that. You know that the judge was from Sindh. He knew all these things, tactics, must have practiced in his life. So after hearing me and after hearing Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, he addressed me. He said, why does your client want his father-in-law, an old man, to come to Larkana and face his... Why don't you advise him to come to Karachi and enjoy himself the sea breeze of Karachi and also pursue the matter? He allowed the transfer application, and as soon as work was finished, we came out. There, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto said, I am Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. I said, I have, sir, known you in absence because of your family, your brothers. Brother Sikandar Ali Khan, his brother, was our very good friend before that. So he said that, what are your plans in the evening? I say, I am here, saying, can you come and have a cup of tea with me? I want to talk to you about something very important. I say, yes. So I will come. So I went there, had a cup of tea. He told me that, gentleman, I am not interested in the legal profession. I want to do some service for the poor. The Constitution has been passed in 56, and in 57 there will be elections. I want to come as a candidate from the very same province as the Sattodero. So I know my family people have been elected in this constituency number of times. But they have not, they do it because they want the status to be named as member of the assembly. They did not really do what was required of them as a representative of the people. But for that, I will need services and support of young people like you. You come from the same place, and I say, okay, I realize. He said, this will be a very good thing to do. So I said, and he told me that now when you are going to Larkana, do please sound about this proposal that I want. And among your friends, I will also come and talk. I came back to Larkana. When he came on a visit to Larkana, I had already talked to some advocates. He also met many of them and got a support, and he suggested that now that the elections will be held the next year, I want that we should have some sort of contact with the common man. So he said, let us have an Abadgar association. So he founded an Abadgar association in the district Larkana. Many people had joined that. advocates and others would visit Tahsil towns, other places. Tahsil town, Ratozero itself. At that time, he was not planning to contest for center. Because at that time, there were no elections for the center. People used to get elected through the votes of in the Constituent Assembly by the votes of the provincial assembly members. At that time, therefore, okay, sir, he started helping people on their own, and as time passed, and it was in 1956 that I met him. In 1956, you know that Iskandar Mirza was the president of Pakistan.
Yeah.
He was an old friend of Sir Shahnawaz Bhutto. And because of that, he was knowing Iskandar Mirza knew Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Another thing, Iskandar Mirza was also married an Iranian woman, and so was Zede Bhutto. So he used to be very close to Iskandar Mirza. Qudratullah Shahab, in his Shahabnama, writes that President told us that the young barrister, he is interested in reading books that we have in our library. You should give him all the support to do that. In his book, he has written that after a few months, he used to come and sit for hours together or take away the books, and he told me that I have finished all those books which I did not have and you had in your library. This is what I, by the way, told you, how he was very close to Iskandar Mirza. Now, sir, time passes, he used to come, we used to be together with him in doing individual people's work always. So, in 1958, you know, 57 no election were held, and 58 martial law was claimed, and it was Iskandar Mirza who declared martial law, and he nominated Ayub Khan to be the head of the martial law. Anyway, sir, one thing very important and interesting was that during that martial law authorities issued what they say, issued some instructions in which they directed the businessmen to reduce the price of the articles of foreign origin to 35% of the price that they are now charging. So, you know, 35% of the price charging, and people were very afraid of. At that time, martial law was not an ordinary thing. At that time, all the people who were instructed to do it did it by reducing the price and this thing. In those days, I was a young man, so I also made purchases from at least clothing in Larkana. And after that, when I was told that in Karachi, better things are available, I came to Karachi. When I came here, I always went to Karachi to meet him. I went to meet Zulfikar Saab and told him that there's a rumor that from Sindh, Mir Ghulam Ali Talpur and you are going to be selected to be the member of the cabinet. He told me that I don't think there will be two people they can. So there will be one, and I think I'll be from that one. Asked me, when are you going to Larkana? I said, I'm going, I come here, I'll be after you. He said, I am going today. I'll be there when you come. After 2-3 days, I went to Larkana. And I think after 2 days, he was summoned to take oath. In those days, Khyber mail was coming from Pindi or Peshawar and at Rohri station. Because we didn't have any contact direct by train. So Bhutto Saab said that he was going. I was sitting in Al-Murtaza, his house, and his cousin Pir Bash Khan. हमने कहा कि हम आपके साथ जाते हैं. At that time, the only route to take to Rohri was bank of rice canal. Bahral, we went with him. He was sent off from bus. We came back. The next morning, tuned the radio. At that time, TV was not there. There was information was that he has been taken up as minister in the cabinet, and the first charge of commerce department was given to him. Those were the days when even the federal government did not have any other place. They were in Karachi. And the first office that he got was in the first floor of High Court of Sindh. Bahral, this is where he was first of all. After that, after about 20 days or so, Iskandar Mirza was booted out by Ayub Khan. He was sent to UK, London, and again the cabinet was reshuffled. But in the reshuffled cabinet also, Ayub Khan selected Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. As minister in federal government, he was one of the very efficient persons, and he was very helpful to the people, and where he made a good name among the masses. And after some time, he was given the charge of, that was after he was elected again. The election was not held before 62. But for that, as soon as they had taken over, they gave a new idea. They said that a common man is not competent enough to know the vote, the importance of vote. Therefore, he said that we reduce it to those people. Then they passed law and was, according to their decision, a person will be, the system will be called basic Democrats. Those basic Democrats will be entitled to be nominated or elected as member BD if he was either a matriculate or had property. So 80,000 people were then selected among both the wings of Pakistan, East and West. 80,000. But that election took place in 58, 59. Elections was people near to Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in our district took to elections and elected. I was also one of those people who from my town, Ratto was elected by vote of basic Democrats. So after that, they were also district council and divisional council. At that time, they had made 3 divisional councils in the province of Sindh, Karachi, Hyderabad, and Khairpur Meets. That divisional council I contested and was elected as member of divisional council also. Went on as time passed. Meanwhile, in our district, as you are asking me about his views about educational institutions, said we had no government college at that time. The first thing was that when he became the minister, we got a first government college in Larkana. Anyway, things went on, and he, as the minister, was helping all the institutions and people who desired to do service to the common man. This is, and in 1962, another election, 1962, Ayub Khan made a constitution. That was not passed. Well, in that election, Bhutto Sahab also contested. Against him, Mr. Abdul Fatah Member, an advocate of Larkana, had also filed a nomination paper. There was a mutual friend of both of them. His name was Haji Ghulam Mustafa Isra. He talked to Mr. Abdul Fatah, told him, Baba, you don't have position, and now I suggest to you to withdraw in favor of Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and when Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, as a foreign minister, he will pick you, give you post of, at that time he was foreign minister, an ambassador. He agreed to that and withdrew. When he withdrew, in whole of Pakistan, East and West, The only unopposed minister member was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
Very good. Very good. Wonderful.
Sir, this is how I, throughout this period, was remained with him. So, in 1962, another election of district and divisional council also was held. I was again elected as member of the divisional council twice. So, as but time was passing, one position that was important was he was foreign minister, and internal relations of India had remained inimical at that time. So, though it was a job of the government as a whole, but he was always mindful of this. It just happened that relationship with India on matter of Kashmir deteriorated, and deteriorated to the extent that there was a war. 1965, war between Pakistan and India. Whatever was the result of war, Kosygin at that time was the Prime Minister of Russia, USSR. At that time, USSR. He intervened, and after some 17 days or 20 days, that fight took place. But meanwhile, as I said, he invited Pakistan and India. At that time, Jawaharlal Nehru had died, and from before 1965 war. At that time, Shastri was the Prime Minister. So, Ayub Khan was the President of Pakistan at that time. And so he also agreed, and Kosygin called them at Tashkent. Tashkent Pact is known for many years it was. But that pact had something which did not help the Kashmir issue. So at that time, Bhutto Sahib was not satisfied with the pact itself. And a common man also in Pakistan agreed with Zulfikar Ali Bhutto for having said that it is not in favor of Pakistan to agree to this. Because of that, Ayub Khan relieved him of the position of the foreign minister. After he left Islamabad, I am telling you the popularity of a man. By train, he was coming by train from Rawalpindi. At that time, Islamabad didn't have railway. From Rawalpindi, when he reached Lahore, thousands and thousands of people came to receive him, at the railway station. And Kala Bagh, Governor Amir Muhammad Kala Bagh, who was governor at that time, arranged lunch in his honor. Such was his popularity at that time. He came to Karachi after that. There was tumultuous reception for him. This is how he was encouraged to take some. So at that time, when he came to Larkana, in Karachi also, there was a lot of reception. At Larkana, when he came at Larkana, he started talking to friends. He said that, we are in politics, we can't leave politics. Now, I have to consult friends whether we should make our party or join some existing political party. Meanwhile, he was invited by Egyptian President Nasser, and he went along with Begum Sahaba. He went to Egypt. From Egypt, he went to London to meet some friends. One friend of him was ambassador of Iran and was daughter married to him, Shahanshah's daughter. So they were friends of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. He came to London and spent some time. Then he went to Afghanistan. At that time in Afghanistan, Zahir Shah was the king. The invitation was from Zahir Shah. He went there. Then last one was the invitation of Burmese president at that time. He went there also. When he came back, then he got support of certain very knowledgeable persons and took a decision that we will have our own party. And for that, they said that procedure is to have some convention and invite people who have some legal mind and prepared to join a new party. He tried his best to invite people. In that process, we were asked personally by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto to invite friends from other districts. And I, along with Chakar Ali Junejo, we went to Khairpur. At that time in Khairpur, Hadi Baksh Ladik was my friend, he was an advocate. He arranged lunch for us and invited some friends of his in his house. When we reached there, number of workers known for political leanings had come. I remember out of those people, 2 persons said they were already in the party, therefore they are unable to go. The others said that we are prepared to go, we will come for the convention. Like that, there were people from Hyderabad, from Karachi, from other places. And 30th November, and 1st of December. 2 dates were fixed for convention. At that time, in Larkana, at that time, Qazi Fazlullah had joined as minister in Ayub Khan's days. And he had influence which he was trying to use by asking some officers to dissuade people going for this. At that time, from the Larkana district, at that time, the chairman of a basic unit was an important man, chairman. There were 3 chairmen from Vara Talka, Habibullah Shah, Haji Abdul Rahman, and Ali Akbar Pechu. And I was from Ratodero. From Ratodero, we had a number of people who were prepared to go and did come. All the 3 chairmen. But you know, it was interesting to see that the government servants were trying to dissuade all these people not to go. Because Qazi Fazlullah was from Larkana. He wanted to save face that people from Larkana never came there. So he, at that time, asked the Mukhtar Kar especially, Vara, to use his relations, connections, power, whatever it was. He did it in a way. Haji Abdul Rahman came and told me, sir, Akbar Pechu is under pressure from Mukhtar Khan. You allow him to go with me 2-3 days early to Lahore. When he came there, I called Ali Akbar. He was ready. They went. Satami, it was 27th, so 2-3 days before they left. But the Mukhtar Khan had a very friendly relations with Ali Akbar and was helpful. He thought that if I ask him, he will. He came to know that he is not there in the house when somebody told him that he has already gone. This is important or not important. I don't know whether this thing is important or not. According to me, in those days, this was important. Mukhtar Khan was important. These days it is not. Mukhtar Khan was important. And the minister from Larkana wanted that he should prove to the president that he has halted people not to go for convention. Sir, strange enough, I, of course, along with the other workers, went to Lahore two days before. On the day on which the convention was fixed in the morning, we were in Lahore Hotel. Haji Abdul Rahman told me that Mukhtar Khan has come and he wants to talk to Ali Akbar. So he has come for the purpose of dissuade him not to go to convention. When he told me, I came out and asked Mukhtar Khan, I said, Ali Akbar will not go with you. We are now going in your presence. We are going to the convention. I called him and called the taxi and we sat and went. So this I am telling you that it was not in Lahore, 144 was claimed. No public property or open place was allowed to be used as convention. So, therefore, you can rely upon only a private property. Dr. Mubashir Hassan was a great man in all views. He was also consulted basic upper strata. He allowed his portion of his house, which was not at that time occupied with an open space, to be used. Now, and from 29 evening, they had said that registration is allowed. So a register kara. You know, your registration fee was fixed, 10 rupees. 10 rupees, pay 10 rupees, they give the slip you put on. That's all. And in the pandal, one chair and pandal and stage, that was all. No chai, no khana pina, nothing of the sort. But there were 4 sessions. 2 sessions on 30th and 2 sessions on 1st. And you know what was very importantly, this was party's foundation meeting. You have got this 1967. These were given to every person who attended. All these, they are the same, they are not a copy. I have kept this as it is.
Historical document.
You know, I was discussing convention. In the convention, it was discussed why there should be a political party. That document is also there, and there were reasons given for that. Then what should be the name of the party? What should be the status of leader? I mean,
Legal status of the party.
The president or chairman, whatever, and what should be the name of the party. 3 names were suggested at that time. One was PP, Pakistan People's Party. Another was the PP, People's Party. The other was 3PP, that Pakistan People's Party. And there was Socialist Party of Pakistan. Out of these 3, they preferred 3P, Pakistan People's Party. इसी तरह it was decided that the head of the party will be designated as chairman. For who should be the chairman, again proposal came there. Everybody there said Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
So it was unanimous decision.
Unanimous. It was asked At that time, there, if you go through all these declaration of principles, one document is that. This requires then going through the document. It is not possible that
In this document, is there any mention about the standards of education and the future plan for higher and technical education?
say in one document they had said that we have to carry on our trial as jihad, and in that they have said that jihad against ignorance and for knowledge.
Yes. This is important
हाँ सही
commitment.
जी
It is important commitment.
हाँ हाँ So after the convention, after 2 days, they applied for Mochi Gate ground. Mochi Gate is known for public meetings. They did not. They allowed peace near the what is it called? It was near Allama Iqbal's mausoleum, or we are behind the Qilla, behind the Qilla. At that time, Barish had taken place, and such a gand was there that when we they refused to have a meeting, we said, let us postpone it to next month. No meeting would be held. And next month, meeting was held in Mochi Gate. So after this, our in districts and tahsils, party offices were open, appointment was done through the members who joined the party. But thereafter, you had to pay 4 annas, that is 1/4 of 1 rupee, as the fee for enrollment. In that way, thousands and thousands of people everywhere became So when the election was held, I mean,
So, sir, now the party has been established. Now you go for the elections, the first elections, which were historic from the perspective that it was for the first time in Pakistan that one man, one vote election was held in 1970. And People's Party participated in that and surprised everyone with its leading success in West Pakistan. Now, at that time, whatever the slogans or the manifesto which was given by the People's Party, there was a point to give priority to technology and higher education in Pakistan. And as a party man, as a very close associate of Mr. Bhutto, and from a same profession and a same district, whether you had any discussion on the future programs about education and technical advancements.
किसी चीज़ की ज़रूरत है बेटा?
ना 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 भैया
आपने पिया जूस? सर, ये मैं आपसे अर्ज करूं कि जैसे ही as soon as Bhutto Saab became the Prime Minister, he first thing was establish a medical college. And not that he wanted to name people, proposal was that it should be named after his name. He said no. This should be named against the area that was originally counted. CMC, Chandka was the name of Larkana district, said so you said Chandka Medical College. Chandka Medical College was his idea, and after that, when you know, he had great, he had in many words said that we want the science to be taught in our institutions and nothing less than science. This means nothing less than technology. And after that, Benazir Sahaba has taken it over. In 1996, when she came to Larkana and addressed a gathering of people. She said, gentlemen, you know that time is coming when a person who does not know operating a computer will be treated as an ignorant person. This is what, and she established college, and Dr. Sheikh Suleiman was with her in the idea that he gave it, and the first college was established in Larkana. Thereafter, you know, what is in the education is flourishing. Now, so it is the foundation of SZABIST.
Yeah.
Is due.
Sir, excuse me, my intervention. Shaheed Bhutto started his developmental programs with nationalization of education. That was the first very important action of Mr. Bhutto to nationalize the education so that it should go according to the modern lines. Number two, he started a search for science and technology, and even he founded a, an agency like Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission and Suparco. These are two major contributions of Shaheed Bhutto in the field of technology. And I think they must be highlighted and they must be studied by the the younger generation to know that how Pakistan has started this particular venture.
Sir, this is there. Of course, you have a very important, strong point, and I agree with you that it was he was a person who the nationalization was one of the aspects which he did in colleges and schools and universities. He that is there in the history now, but he always worked for the common man and what is needed. You know, there is in his days a irrigation canal was in Shaheed and originating from Shaheed was new canal was established because of Bhutto Sahab's interest. And you know, in that canal was being named after his name. He said, no, this canal is going from Shaheed to Jal Maksi, which is house of the Maksis, and Saifullah Maksi, poor man, was murdered, and in order to give his name eternal meaning, he said that no, it will be named after Saifullah Maksi. Okay. So I say that he had whatever was possible, he has done. Even as I told you that right from the days he was minister, having first government college was also his idea. And his election was really an election. He had issued appeal to the people that to give vote and also money for running the expenses of the election. And as days, certain people now, Kausar Niazi, Maulana Kausar Niazi belonged to Mianwali. He was given ticket for Sialkot. At that time, he was jailed. He was in jail. And you know, the elections took place and he got the biggest number of votes than other constituencies. So, say, normally in his days, some newspapers were started. That is also education.
Yes. So now going ahead to the period of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. She took up the legend of Shaheed Zulfikar Bhutto and she came up with an idea of establishing a an institute of higher education, technical education, under the name of Shaheed Bhutto, which is today is SZABIST, an entity which is internationally very
Of course,
So
you
I
know,
would like your ideas about this because you have been
I have
a family friend of Mohtama Benazir, and you know much better that why this particular institution was uh, founded and what were the difficulties in the path of that particular
you know,
institute.
I, you know that she had at the beginning of the institution in 1996, she had said that in big cities there were opportunities of education. I want to give the same opportunities of education to places like Larkana and others. Though I have also remained associated with SZABIST as the member of, I mean, board of trustees from 1997 to today. So I know how we have gone from place to place. It was only in Larkana, then to Karachi, then it traveled to Islamabad and to Hyderabad and outside Pakistan, Dubai. In Dubai also, our Pakistani people are in the university and studying there. Many have come.
Yes. Many are living in Dubai and they are getting much education from SZABIST. So now there is a very important question about the location because whatever Mohtama Shaheed has vision was to have an international campus at Garo, which is about 40 kilometers away from Karachi airport, and there she acquired 5,000 acres of land in order to build
Garo.
an international university
Uh-huh.
so that the people from all over world can come and study or give the education, impart education to people. So this vision was ever discussed with you why she wanted to locate it there, why not at Larkana?
Sir, look here. That aspect of giving the area to SZABIST, if she had to pay the compensation from her own pocket.
Yes.
If she had not paid from her own pocket, the government, after government, they would say, we are taking away. That also Sheikh Sahab found out from the papers, the copy of the checkbook.
Check, yes, we have. We have preserved that.
So, question is that there can be a practical person who thought of university at a place where there was not even a primary school. This is how you can take it. You have to look into it that she did it. And now in Garo you have built a colossal building to house the engineering college. Are you running it so soon?
Yeah. The campus is running at Garo
Huh?
presently, yes. And we have got a technical institute also there. So there are two campuses, general campus as well as a technical, which we call as ZTech. Is also running in Garo.
Right.
So now you have been uh, associated, as you said, with the board of trustees of SZABIST, which is running the SZABIST as a whole. And as a member of the board and a very senior member of the board, what are your views about the functioning of SZABIST, and what are your suggestions to improve or enhance this particular system?
So this is the minimum thing that we can do or think of. As member of the board of trustees, we have every intention to do what is possible for the institute. And as you know, that is not the only university or higher education. Right from high schools and secondary schools, you are running the institutions. That means actually, unless you have better education at lower level, you can't do better in university level. So I think this is also, uh, we have got a number of
Students.
is it? Sir, as part the school system under the management of SZABIST, ZAB education, we have got number of places there from Kashmir, Jacobabad, Gotki, Shikarpur, Larkana, Nawab Shah, 2-3 places, Nawab Shah, Hyderabad, Tandu Muhammad Khan, Badin, Tharparkar. These are the high schools and
Under SZABIST currently, yeah.
and everywhere things have improved because of our students and our institutions elsewhere. Sir, Benazir Sahaba, the CMC convocation, in one convocation of CMC,
Yeah.
Benazir Sahaba had come to Larkana. I was present in the convocation. Only in that convocation, she had offered better facilities for the people who were students in CMC. And CMC was a small place when it was established. And now a special land has been given to them for the University of CMC. Now, for the university, CMC will be under that university, medical college, medical university. So there is not stagnation. We have no stagnation. It's progressing. Directly, indirectly, progressing is the best.
Sir, how do you see or imagine the future of SZABIST?
Future of SZABIST is very brilliant, according to me, because we have got many people now whom you have collected as members of the institution and members of the board, many willing workers have come and joined. Therefore, we have every hope that we will take this institution to higher position, inshallah.
Thank you very much, sir. Any message for the workers of SZABIST? You would like to give any message?
My message is that we, the members of the Board of Trustees, should take it as our personal responsibility and treat it as our own, unless ownership is really an ownership of an institution is claimed, or that nothing can happen. So my message for the Board of Trustees is that, sir, let us take it as our personal property.
To safeguard.
Wow.
Thank you, sir, very much. Thank you for your time.